Ethical considerations have played an important role in the relationship between humans and artifacts. It is not that ethics has not been considered for the creation of our artificial world. Nevertheless, it seems that in the real practice of designers, it is slightly conscious or unconscious practice. It was not until the end of the last century, with the appearance of concepts such as sustainability, that designers began to question their own practice and the repercussions of it in the environment where they live. Thus, as part of a highly industrialized consumerism and lately worried society about the consequences of its actions, Richard Buchanan, Victor Margolin, Alain Findeli, Carol Mitcham, Tony Fries, and Mancini, to name a few, have opened the field of study around the existing but little treated relationship between design and ethics. At the present time, there are a lot of proposals around the idea of a conscious and capable designer persona who understand that any artifact or action will have a tangible or intangible repercussions in society, economy, politics, culture, and even individuals, making evident that, nowadays, it is not enough that an appliance or service is good or poorly designed, or functional or aesthetic. As happens in all careers, we as designers must perform ethical deliberations constructed on the daily actions where we are immersed and related to our specific context. We are led to the concern about taking responsible decisions on how to work with customers, colleagues, and users, as well as the ability to perform a design process defining the features of the same and to evaluate the ethical importance or moral value in a society. The latter issue takes us to inquiring whether an ethics of responsibility is dissimilar to a responsible design. It has been gradually introduced the knowledge and recognition of various ways to act in one or another direction in the field of design, providing the possibility to consider a net of ethics and design. A net that arises from the following questions. How the presence of ethics in design can be considered static and fixed in relation to all possibilities of design action? Why this relationship has not been completely modified by the different agents who have already modified the design? How the design, the ethics, and the agents external to them could be related and modified and at the same time remain unified? Therefore, it is proposed the possibility of a net where the presence of ethics in design will not be considered obvious, static, or isolated to the simple production of codes, guidelines for behavior, or moral prescriptions that manage the designer's labor. A net where ethics fully unified with design and moves with it and its many possibilities. A primary net whose threads are ethics and design. Two long and strong threads, tied to the reality of a specific context and time, avoiding the preponderance of fixed centers which cross each other. A primary net whose threads are formed by strings that give strength to each other and also with the secondary net that crosses and tangle it. The secondary net is made up by incidences that also are tied to the reality of a specific context and time. Incidences such as economics, politics, technology, society, science, culture, among others, shape and modify the primary net, going through it, causing it to move and change, but not to break. In a changing world, not only the manners and the ways in which things are done get transformed, also design, the human being, and consequently the ethics. Therefore, the relationship between ethics and design should not be momentary, unconscious, or convenience, much less static. All those incidences that modify the manners, the theories and methods of design also move and respond to external agents and social circumstances of the context where it is carried out. Then ethics is also transformed.